All right.
All right, we are live from Gult's Landing on what is a very, very cold, maybe one of the coldest days here in Florida. I'm with Cory Endrulat, Jim Gale, and Justin Carpenter. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on? My name is Cory Endrulat. Nature is the answer is my message, my mission, and you can see it all around us here in this food forest, which Jim told me, even though it's really cold, everything's going to reboot because that's how nature operates. Everything decomposes and new things rise up. It's a beautiful system. The sun's right there. Beautiful. It's always nice to be outdoors, surrounded by amazing people who care so much about humanity, about truth, about voluntary communities, and creating permaculture, which is the future for food forests.
Yes, and it's so simple, my friends. When we simply become the stewards of our land again, when we care for our land, if that's all we did, we'll take out the poisons and do what the chickens are doing, is care for the land. The land, Mother Earth, our natural system, God's design, whatever you want to call this incredible realm, would solve all of our problems. Everything here is medicinal and edible. This is a free energy system. And I mean that literally, right? Literally, what do humans run on? Calories. And what does this produce exponentially? Calories, right? Even though we had record colds last night here in Florida, it got down to like 24 degrees, 40-mile-an-hour wind. It felt like it was 8 degrees outside, and all of this stuff got fried and toasted. Guess what? It's February 1st today, right? And by March, this will be a green paradise with butterflies and bees and birds and food all over the place. Because why? Nature is resilient. Nature is the answer to everything. What do you think, brother?
I mean, it's demonstrating that death and rebirth cycle, which is what nature leads us back to.
Yes.
So even as we're seeing all the problems in our world, which likes to be a big focus, people like to focus on the problem, but here you have that beautiful example of what is the solution. How can we come back to this God-given abundance? It's always there for us.
Always there
it's
for us.
An incredible example, and really is a beautiful space.
Yeah. Yes. We just remember, right? Remember our connection.
So we organized this event today. We brought a bunch of families down. Unfortunately, the cold scared some people away, but we got a bunch of brave hearts here, and we're braving the cold. Mostly northerners that transplanted down to Florida, so we're used to this cold. But Jim, tell us a little bit about what went on today, and hopefully what we can talk about, so that some people are interested.
Yes, this is it, right? What went on today, I am so thankful to have met Frank Russo. Frank Russo is running for governor of this great state of Florida. And he's running under the idea that humanity is more important than the dollar, and that we must take care of people again. He comes from the corporation world, and he gets the debt, he gets the whole system at levels that most people don't, including me. He's made a lot of money, and he was called to be here. He visited me about 2-3 weeks ago. We spent 90 minutes together, and his eyes opened up to layers, right? He already understands many layers of the solutions. Well, he now understands one more, and that is when we direct our energy. I'll give one stat here, one financial stat here. Imagine when you have the purse strings of a governor. Now, I'm an abolitionist, I'm a voluntarist, I don't believe in that system at all. However, I recognize that it exists, right? So let's build a bridge between that system of extraction and destruction and tyranny to regeneration and service. So with 5% of the Florida state budget, it's $6 billion, right? The Florida state budget next year will be about $120 billion. Just 5% of that directed logically and wisely into stewardship and regeneration and service and people care and earth care, right, which in a way is all the same thing. 5% equals 6,000 times 1 million, right? That amount of energy will be able to put a regenerative agriculture demonstration site that includes beehives and fish and all of the fruits and veggies and plants and animals, all of it in every single school in the state of Florida, in every prison in the state of Florida, in a bunch of elderly care homes, in halfway houses, right? That system will have downline effects of creating food for everybody in the state of Florida. Within 4 years, there will be no such thing as hunger in the state of Florida. It will be the best insurance policy, and Frank comes from the world of insurance. It will be the ultimate insurance policy for humanity, is to direct our energy where it should be, and that is to people care and earth care.
And we're standing here in Galt's Landing, the demonstration site. If somebody wants to come down and book a tour like we did today, Jim, where can they find more of Galt's Landing?
Galt'sLanding.farm, G-A-L-T-S landing.farm. We are not here talking about hypothetical solutions. We are living and demonstrating the actual solutions, and you can feel it. Can't you, everybody? Woo!
Cory, anything else?
Yes, this is what it's about, strategizing, and we need your help to be a part of this. I mean, this is a worldwide movement, and many people are realizing how necessary this is. If you think of the things that are affecting our world the most, whether it's war, disease, poverty, scarcity, and scarcity is the leading drive to war. Well, what do you do to fix scarcity? You provide abundance. It's not just the moral, physical type of education here with growing food. It's getting the community involved. It's inviting people that we might say are sheeple, asleep, and need to wake up. Like, we have to realize that everybody needs healing. This is a world that needs our help, and so now is the opportunity to get involved with these ideas. And right now, I think we're on the cutting edge.
Yeah. Justin, any thoughts?
Just having that inspiration, you know, seeing these kind of examples to take the power back into our own hands and work with our sacred mother that's here to give it to us. She's begging for us to take it. She's begging to provide it back to us. So, Jim, I want to ask you, with those who might not be able to physically make it here, what would be the number one suggestion that you'd have of ways that they could get started, how they could focus that effort, knowing the problem exists?
All right.
How could they channel that into something today?
Justin, that's a great question, brother. Start with taking a deep breath and settling your energy. Realize that you've been programmed. Realize that the fear and shame and humiliation and rage, all of those emotions are programs. And when you take a breath, you ground and you sit quietly in a room alone, right? Allow your mind to relax. And then you'll start feeling the buzz again, the frequency, the energy, the vibration of that which I call God or source or the universe. And then the next step is start planting seeds. Seeds can be ideas in the mind that are inspiration seeds, like inspired in spirit, that lead to enthusiasm, and also seeds in the ground. Start going out and serving the ground and other people. And those who serve with their heart, earth and people, are not depressed.
Beautiful. So plant that seed within by being still, and then go plant that seed out there as well. And that ripple effect is compounding it. It's magnificent.
Exponential.
Thank you for that. Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, I say we wrap this up with everybody coming in for a group picture
Yes,
here.
come
How
on
about that?
in, guys.
All right, on three, let's say death to taxes. 1, 2, 3.
There you go. Awesome, y'all. Badass. That was great. Thank you guys for doing that.